Hi, I'm Brandon Reyes with TRU Release and AXCEL sites, and today I'm going to go over the new XP site and how to select the right metal site tape for you. As you can see on my site here, I've gone in and sighted my 30-yard and my 50-yard mark, and I've indicated those locations on my site tape with a pencil mark. Most of you may wonder why we send a white piece of tape on one of the metal site tapes already. This is why. So what happened is I went out and sighted my bow in, and the top mark you can see here is a 30-yard mark, and the bottom mark where my indicator pin is right now is a 50-yard mark. Now you can set in multiple pencil marks if you want. I suggest 30 and 50 or 30 and 60 because it requires you to be a little more accurate than a 20-yard mark. You can be off a little bit at 20 yards and that could completely, entirely mess up your entire site marks when you're selecting a site tape that fits you. With the purchase of the XP site, you get all of the paper site tapes as well. Now our metal site tapes match the paper site tapes. So 1 through 40 on the paper tapes are going to be the same as 1 through 40 on the metal tapes. So what I've done is I've got the range, and you can see some are missing here. I've pre-selected the range that my site tape's going to be. So with that, I've got 14, 15, 16, and 17. When I line them up, I'm going to try to line up my 30 and 50-yard mark and see if they line up on the actual site tape. On this particular one, my 50-yard mark is a little bit lower than the site scale. You want both marks to line up as far as 30 and 50 on the paper tape to what you've sighted in. So this one is not quite correct, the one for me. So I'm going to skip one and go to site tape number 16 and see if those line up. So I'm going to lay it on my marks and match up the two marks, and it looks like that one is the correct site tape for me. So now if I didn't get the correct site tape in the package with the site, which you get 7 metal site tapes and 1 on the bow, so you get 8. They're two-sided, so you get 16 different site tapes to choose from. If you don't get the one that you need for your setup, they are sold separately, and retail costs on those are $4.99. So I've indicated that the one I need is site tape number 16. So I've picked out the site tape number 16, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace, leaving the actual pointer on the site at 50 yards, I'm going to remove this metal site tape and put on the number 16 site tape, lining up my mark at 50 yards. And then of course I'm going to go back and check all my site settings, all the way from 20 to 80 or 20 to 100, depending on how far you're going to shoot. So that's the purpose of the white tape, to be able to sight your marks in. Just be sure that there is a metal, or be sure to remember that there is a metal tape underneath that. So certainly don't throw that away in case it's one you may need for future use. So that is how you select the actual site tape for you and your XP site. If you need more information on setting up the Achieve XP, or you just want to see the colors that it comes in, or the size bar, or any other general information, feel free to check us out on the website at www.accelsites.com, or our YouTube channel for more videos like this.